everybody, I'm Merisu the Art Sheep, and thank you so much for checking out this video. And today I am drawing my favorite Disney princesses shopping, because why not? For those who follow me, I posted a whip of this drawing quite a while back in January. I forget if I posted it to Twitter. I definitely don't think I posted it to Kara, but I did post it to the YouTube community tab, I know. But for those who also are following me, know that I got really sick in January because I was taking some medication for a stupid stomach infection. I'm fine now, but because of that, I wasn't able to finish this drawing, and then when I started getting well, I put it on hold and wanted to work on some other things, but now I want to get back to my regularly scheduled program. I want to start working on Revolution of Full Color Chapter 2, finally. After like almost 2 years of inactivity of that, I want to get back to it. And I also want to work on another project that I am working on that I gave myself an imaginary deadline to, which I'm not sure if I'll be able to follow through with now because I did fall sick in January and that really did throw me off. So I figured I would finish up some previous projects that I had in the background, and also I wanted to really get out some speed paints because I don't know why it feels like I haven't done a speed paint in a long time for some reason, despite the fact that I did just do one in February for Valentine's Day. I think it was because it was so rushed out, and although like the background is crap in that drawing I did of Cinderella Princess, but them themselves, I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but I guess just because I was rushing so much and I did a live stream like right after I was posting it, I forgot I did it. But so it just feels like I haven't done a speed paint in a long time. But I do want to, still stay active in the speed paint department as long as I possibly can, so I figured I would get out hopefully 2 speed paints real soon, back to back, so there will be another one coming out right after this. And by right after, I mean like, a couple days. It'll be sometime next week, Lord willing. But for now, I'm just working on this. And I was originally going to put like a big narrated video, like I was actually going to save this drawing and another one. It was the one that I was working on my last live stream. It was of my original character, Misato Yoshiko, as Snow White. I was gonna save that one and this one for a big, like, to-do of me talking about that new Snow White Abomination movie. But I wrote the script out and everything was, like, fine and stuff like that, and I finished this speed paint, so then I realized all I had to do is work on the other one. But then as I was thinking about that and I was looking at the speed paint and looking at the script, I was just like, screw this. So I threw the script in the trash. And I figured we'd just ignore it, because I'd rather focus on things that I like. And I really do not like anything about the new live action remake Snow White. And I realized that if I was gonna talk about that video, I would probably end up talking about things that probably I shouldn't on YouTube. It's probably gonna get me in trouble. It's nothing controversial. It's nothing that any other YouTuber hasn't said, but there are a few topics that some people deem political, whatever that means. And so, me being who I am, I try to stay away from all that. I just like, maybe it's better if I just don't, I just ignore it. It's not worth my time. And, like, I spent, like, so many hours of my life last year working on my Wish review. The drawing wasn't even that good. I am happy with the review part of it, but the drawing wasn't good. And I just, like, I rather focus on things that I like and that I enjoy. That said, I will talk a little bit about the Snow White movie coming out because I hate it. I hate everything about it. And I really think Disney's lost the plot. I mean, obviously, everybody and their brother knows that left, right, center, on the moon. Everyone knows it. But I think that they just don't understand. Well, I don't think anyone understands what the point of different mediums are, and I think it's so sad because they just make something in live action and they don't think about it. Like, it's not even just Disney now. It's stupid DreamWorks. They're making a stupid live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon. Like, I'm not going to put How to Train Your Dragon on, like, my top 20 animated children movie list. I've got everyone's that are above it, and funny enough, most of them are all classic Disney movies, but at the same time, I did enjoy How to Train Your Dragon, and I thought it was perfect the way it was. Why are you making a live-action remake? I mean, I know why. They think there's money in this or something. I do not know, but it's just like, don't do it. Don't. It's like, it's perfect, and you're gonna ruin it, and I think that there's a, like, if something's made in live action, then I think it should stay live action for the most part. Like, I don't need to see a Bette Davis movie in animation. I don't need to see even Inception in animation because I know that half of the part that makes Inception so incredible is all the amazing effects in it and how it was done. I do think that it would look pretty to see certain movies that were in live action, like, say, Pride and Prejudice, just because you would get beautiful, well, if it's animated beautifully, you would get, like, beautiful artwork, you know, moving artwork. That's what animation is, moving artwork, and you would see that, and it would be beautiful pictures of the, this is the late 1800s. My brain is turned off this morning, so, yeah. But my point being is you would get very, very beautiful pieces of art moving and telling the story of Pride and Prejudice. So I'm not going to say that nothing live action can't be turned to animation. To me, there will always be a little bit more benefit in turning something live action to animation just because of the moving art feature in it. It's like, you know, it's like fan art almost. But when you're turning something live action that was originally animated, and I do admit this is my personal biases coming in, I'm just like, no, it was in animation for a purpose. It was animated for a purpose because they realized that you can tell the story so much more easier and so much more beautifully in animation. And that's not to say that live action, you know, regular forms of Hollywood storytelling can't be beautiful at all. It obviously can. I've had a lot of movies that are quote-unquote in live action with zero special effects that are absolutely stunningly beautiful. They're not even in color. Penny Serenade gets me every single time. It's with Cary Grant and Irene Dunn. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's a real tearjerker. I actually don't even like the ending of that movie, but yet despite that, it is still one of my favorite movies of all time, period. Right next to Anastasia, Dumbo, and Little Mermaid. Like, I absolutely adore it. And again, I don't even like the ending. But so, my point is that live action can be beautiful. But when something was made for animation, then, like, the reason why they did Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in animation, because it's just like, they knew that it was gonna be pretty. They did it for a reason. They wanted to do something different. Like, I'm not gonna pretend that Snow White is my favorite Disney princess movie. It's not. But I've appreciated it way more as an adult. And just the history behind it. Yeah, I know some stuff happened also in Hollywood that weren't so fun in the making of it, but that's every movie. I can still enjoy it as a piece of art, and I absolutely love it, and I think it gets way too harshly criticized, and I really need to rewatch it. I haven't seen it in years. I'm gonna probably rewatch it on the day that the live-action remake comes out, because that's another thing too. I just hate all the live-action remakes. I know some people really do like Cinderella 2015, and if you do, that's fine. I'm not criticizing you for that, but I just didn't. I will never, like, the one that I hate the most is The Little Mermaid, because Little Mermaid's my favorite movie of all time. I just said it. It's like one of them, very top. So even if they, like, take out the race swap with Halle Bailey and stuff, I just said I wasn't going to talk about the stuff that's quote-unquote more political, and here I am talking about it. But even if you ignore the race swap, or if they even, like, took Jodie Benson, made her physically look exactly like Ariel does in the animated movie, only it would be in, you know, live action, and they did a shot-for-shot remake, I still wouldn't like it because it's not animated. I like the original one because it's animated. Like I said, moving art, folks. Moving art. And they just don't understand that anymore. And there's such a just appreciation for animation. And, like, so many people just don't get it. And then also there's the attitude that people think that kids just deserve stupid crap. Like, I remember when the Minecraft movie was coming out and people were saying, well, not, there was one goon on Twitter who was just saying, oh, I probably shouldn't say goon, I guess the wrong connotation nowadays. There was one dweeb on Twitter, and he was just like, well, kids, it's supposed to look stupid, it's for kids. It's like, no, it's not. Nobody thought this way. Yes, kids are, you know, more naive and they will watch anything, but that doesn't mean they don't deserve better. And, like, Don Bluth knew that, Walt Disney knew that, the people in DreamWorks at the beginning, Katzenberg and the other two whose names escapes me, Spielberg, and I don't know, whatever, dude. I'm sorry. It's 7:10 in the morning. I'm not in my thinking brain. I am a morning person, I swear, but that doesn't mean my brain is. Just my body. So, yeah, point being is that it's just a big combination of kids don't deserve more. Oh, it's the original was animated, so adults can't like it because animation's for children and stupid, blah 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 blah. And I hate it. I hate all the entire attitude behind it. So even if the movies were really good, I just wouldn't like it. Alice in Wonderland was the only one that I did watch, and I actually do own that one. Well, I only own it because my sister originally bought it, but then she didn't like it anymore, so she gave it to me. Honestly, I don't know if I would still like it. I haven't seen it in years, so if I did rewatch it, I don't think I would like it. Just because I feel like a lot of the things that I did like about it are only elements that I liked back when I was an edgy 13-year-old. Wait, was I 13? I forget how old I was. When did the movie come out? I gotta look it up. Googling. Googling. I shouldn't be doing this while I'm recording. I should push pause. Yeah, I was 13. I don't know why. There's those moments where you say something right, but you know you haven't been with it today. So, you think you said it wrong, and you don't believe yourself. You know you're so stupid, you don't believe that you were right, so you gotta go back and check. That was one of those moments, folks. So, yeah, there were a lot of elements. Although, I don't know why I said 13, so I was, in the end, still wrong. See, I knew I had to be wrong, because I came out in 2010, but I didn't see it until later, so I was probably around 14 when I saw it, if you want to be technical. So, yeah, the big point being is that there's just things in it that I know I probably wouldn't like now. But maybe I would. I don't know. I can't judge. Cinderella, I did see just because everyone was over the moon to it. I did not care for it at all. Again, if you like it, fine. If you like any of them, fine. I do not care. I'm just saying why I don't like them and why I will never like them. The only ever one that I saw was Cruella. Because I wanted to know how badly you could mess it up, and they did mess it up. I thought the story would be not perfect, but it would be so much better if it wasn't Cruella. But no, they took the homicidal... No, not homicidal, that's not the right word. The animal abusing... I don't know the technical term for it. Witch. And decided to make her evil. And, I mean, good. Because Disney's got the running trend of we have to just make every single Disney villain a misunderstood I say that? Something else. I'm just stepping all over myself. They had to make her some innocent queen who does no wrong. And it's just like, you know, out of all the people I thought we could agree on it in being evil, it would be the person who wants to bash puppies over the head. But no. Just no. It's like, what the heck, Disney? You couldn't have it. You couldn't have her be evil. But, and it's not even like the, you know, the women all the time, because they did that with Gaston. They tried to give him some kind of backstory for more depth in the live action Beauty and the Beast one, which I haven't seen that one, but I saw the live, I've seen a lot of reviews on it. Same thing with all the rest of them. So I haven't seen any of them, but I've seen a lot of reviews and I've seen a lot of clips. So even though I try not to judge things too harshly if I haven't seen them, if I have seen like a lot of reviews and I do get the context, I think I can make somewhat of a judgment. So it's just like, it's not good. But that said, it's not like I go review this stuff on Rotten Tomatoes. I never reviewed anything on Rotten Tomatoes. So if anybody thinks, you're part of the problem, you're review bombing, no, I never bombed anything. I never reviewed anything, period. On any channel. Like, the closest you'll get is me reviewing something on YouTube, and even then, like, I did watch Wish before I did that 2-hour abomination. So it was just like, I don't review things without seeing them. I'll give my opinions on them, and I'll maybe post it on Twitter, like, oh, I think this looks like trash, oh, I don't think they should have done this, but I won't review anything unless I've seen it. So I do have some standards in that department. But this one, just like, outside of the fact of it being a live action remake, because like I said, even if it was good, I just would not give it the time of day, because I just do not like live action remakes. But this one looks like garbage. Snow White's dress looks absolutely horrifyingly bad, and her hair looks awful. Like, I'm not gonna be one of those people who say that Rachel Zegler's ugly. She's not. She's a pretty girl. She's not as pretty as Gal Gadot, but she is pretty. And she looks fine. But not in that movie. They done did her bad. Why is Lord Farquaad playing Snow White? And then also, you have the fact that she's just petty and vindictive, so it's very hard. That suspension of disbelief has been broken, because you just can't see her as anything else but Rachel Zegler. And I actually didn't mind her in Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I actually own her music, so I think if she is cast properly, because that's another thing, even if she was fine, like she was cinnamon roll in real life, and she, or at least pretends to be a cinnamon roll in real life, like, there's so many actors who are so annoying, and I can separate the art from the artist, but it's just that I think she went a little too far. But even with her, like, I was able to separate the art from the artist when I was in Hunger Games. I own some of her songs. I don't own the movie because I just, like, no. But I do own her songs. I just ignore the fact that it's her. I pretend that it's someone else. But the fact is that you just went a little too far, and you're just not right for the role, even if you had no issues about you. Like, even if you were, again, Snow White incarnate. It was the way that Rachel Zegler sounds, I just wouldn't cast her as Snow White. I heard the Japanese dub of Snow White, and it actually sounds a lot better. Like, the trailer that was released for Disney Japan, for the Japanese release of the movie, it's, you know, dubbed over in Japanese, and it sounds, she just sounds so much better than Rachel Zegler, because Rachel Zegler has a very harsh, powerful voice. And I don't even mean harsh in, like, a negative term. I just mean harsh as in, like, you know, it's totally different from Snow White. I just would have not cast her. And then the CGI looks awful. The costumes look awful. The only one who looks remotely good is Gal Gadot's costume, but that's only because Gal Gadot is wearing it. And, so you have all that. It just looks bad. And then you have the fact that half of the side of the internet doesn't like Rachel Zegler, and then the other half doesn't like Gal Gadot because of all the Israel-Palestine stuff. And then you have the fact that some people just don't like live action remakes. Like I said, I would never see this movie even if it was, even if everyone was saying it was good, because I just don't watch live action remake to, I just don't watch animated to live action remake movies on principle for the most part. Like, the only one I did see and like, and I do know I still would like this one, is the original live action remake of 101 Dalmatians that was made all the way back in the early 2000s before this was a trend. Again, I'm not trying to shame anybody if they watch this stuff or enjoy it. That is not what I'm doing. If you guys like that stuff, cool. I'm just talking about me, myself, and this is my own personal ideas or convictions, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about the drawing, because I've mostly been talking about Snow White. I wasn't able to make a video, so you got my rant in this video. But going back to the drawing, I came up with this concept of, I just thought it would be really funny to have Ariel and Aurora shopping. And originally Aurora was supposed to be where Belle was. But I thought it last minute to add Belle because I don't know why. So then I made Aurora in the back and Belle in front, and she would be carrying books, and Ariel would just be showing her spork, so impressed by its magical sporkiness. If I had to imagine a conversation between them, she's like, "Look at this, Belle," and Belle's just like, "That's a spork, Ariel. It's normal." And meanwhile, Aurora's just in the back with a basket full of berries and such, and Cinderella is holding an empty basket. I added her at last minute just because I thought, I got Aurora, and I got Belle, and I got Ariel, who all have, you know, out on the town dresses. I figured I'd add Cinderella too. I didn't add Snow White, which is funny because I'm talking about Snow White so much, just because she doesn't have an out on the town dress. She has a maid's outfit, and it looks really ratty and bad. I mean, Cinderella's wearing a maid outfit too, but it doesn't look ratty, and she does wear it, like, after, she's already even a princess. Of course, half that's also just because of marketability, and Disney isn't gonna put her in a new outfit, I guess. But, it doesn't look ratty, is what I'm saying, so I decided to put her in that. And Jasmine, I was thinking about putting her in, but, her being Arabian, I just didn't really think she would fit in this more kind of English European setting that I was going for. And plus, she doesn't have any, she has an out on the street outfit, but it does look very different. And it's not as visually appealing to draw. It's just like a cloak and stuff. No disrespect to Jasmine, I absolutely love her. If I had to rank my favorite Disney princesses, it would go obviously Ariel and Aurora, and then Cinderella and Rapunzel, and then Jasmine. Jasmine used to be above Cinderella, but then when I started seeing Cinderella more, I started really, really liking it. So Cinderella went way up, and because Cinderella used to be like not my second least favorite, but then Rapunzel came out, since Rapunzel, Tangled, that movie is equal with Cinderella. Like, if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick Cinderella, but I really, really do love everything about Tangled. Even though it was the cause of so many problems in Disney, like, every single thing that I can think of that's wrong with current Disney, it did start with Tangled. So thanks, Tangled! They became established in Frozen. Like, just because they did them in Tangled, like, they didn't have to keep doing it. By the time Frozen came out, I was like, okay, we're doing this now. No more 2D animation. We're gonna have songs written before the plot of the movie, or the plot of the movie has to be written around the songs. Only short, catchy titles, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. But anyway, back to the ranking. So Rapunzel tied with Cinderella, and then Jasmine, and then Belle. I used to not like Beauty and the Beast because the Beast scared me, but I love it so much more as an adult. I really, really do love it. And then either Tiana or Snow White. I think it's a tie. I haven't seen Princess and the Frog in so long. It's got its problems. I wish it was handled a little bit better. I really do, because I really do enjoy the characters. I love Naveen's character arc. I like Tiana's character arc, and I really do like Charlotte, and I just wish they were kind of given a little bit of a better film. I feel like the film was kind of rushed, so I do think that's a little sad. And Snow White, like, I don't dislike Snow White at all anymore. It's just that I like the other ones way more. Like, way more. Half the reason why I like Sleeping Beauty so much is just simply because, again, animations, like, moving art, and Sleeping Beauty's got the most beautiful moving art ever. Like, really, it is a tapestry in motion, and that's really what they were going for. And they were really trying to do something new, and I just really appreciate it on a technical level, on an artistic level, and just story level. I just love everything about it. And after Tiana, it's just Rapunzel, and then after that, it's Elsa and Anna. And like I said in my Wish review, I really did enjoy Frozen when I saw it, and it still will always hold a special place in my heart, but I just do not like it the same way I did when I was younger. And I still haven't seen Moana. I probably should. I've heard good things about it. It's just that I was getting tired of the Disney CGI movies and the girl not being a princess. And then Maui says that joke, if you sing a song and you're saved by a man or something. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm even quoting the joke right. I'm not even sure if it's 100% from the movie, but there was something on the lines that was similar to that, and that just really turned me off on the movie. Like, no. And from what I've seen of Raya the Last Dragon, I do not want to see it. Like, I won't review it, but from what I have seen of it, nothing appeals to me, and I'm sick and tired of Awkwafina. I never want to hear her again. Just get that woman out of my life. The fact that they made her sing in The Little Mermaid live action remake. Oh, it's just awful. I gave patterns to the girls' dresses because why not? I thought it would look nice. And if you're wondering why they'll look off in a minute, it's because I exited out on clipstudiopaint and it showed me save and don't save. And I guess I must have just pushed exit, so it exited out without saving. So I had to redo all this. The patterns and the ribbon on the basket and the basket. Like, I just had to redo it. And then also I was having a little error with clipstudiopaint and the fact that my brushes weren't downloading. Because I went and found the brush basket pattern on clipstudiopaint. The basket pattern did not come from clipstudiopaint. It came from Google. I couldn't use the one I got from clipstudiopaint because it wouldn't download. Like I said, it was having some issues. So yeah, the ribbon looks a little different than what you just saw me draw because I had to quickly redraw it. I went back in my Speedpaint and tried to do everything exact the same. But it was just like some things I wanted to change up from what my first attempt. And then the next morning, I came down and finished up the effects, and I really was able to. I really do like this drawing. I think I did a really good job at it. I'm really happy with how it looked. I was trying to go for a nice painty, watercolory effect. I wanted it to look like a very sketchy kind of drawing, but still like nothing cheap or anything. And I really did enjoy it. And I think it is a little funny because I just thought, okay, Aurora was supposed to go where Belle was, but then I changed it up to Belle being there because I thought it would fit the personality of the drawing more. And then I put Aurora there, and then Cinderella I just put at the back because I thought she was a last-minute addition. And then I realized, oh my goodness, I put them in order of their films coming out. I didn't realize that. It was just a happy accident, but I'm very happy with it. And I'm very happy with how this piece is. And like I said, I got another drawing coming out. It is going to be something a little bit more different in the fact that it will not be princess themed, it will be superhero themed. I also got one personal thing that's going to come out, hopefully this month. But I won't say what that is. And outside of that, I'm going to go back to working to Revolution Full Color Chapter 2. That probably will not come out for a long time. Though, because I haven't started on anything outside of the script, and I also got to I have a personal project that I'm working on, but that won't probably come back until next year. Anyway, that was the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked, do all the YouTube things. If you didn't, thanks for watching this far anyway. And I will be back with another speed paint, hopefully real soon right after this. Like I said, got another one planned. Until then, bye!